Let's turn it off. And it looks pretty cool, huh? Next thing is I got a cable, thick one, for the alternator. So the alternator has 3 wires. This came from the BMW, so it's not gonna fit in here, and I need to plug from here and to the battery. So from here I'm gonna go all the way to here, and from here it goes all the way to the starter. So now, first thing we need to do in here is we gotta understand which one is L, which one is G, which one is S. First thing is looking into the connector like this. This is L, G, and S, right? So the first one is L. I can't see the color because it's so there's wrap in it and stuff. So I'm gonna get my multimeter, put on the first connector, set my multimeter on the continuous thing, and I'm gonna find the L. Yep, this is the first one, which is the L. So I got here some tape, L. Now we're gonna go to the second one. Where is it? Yep, that's the G. And why is G? Alright, G. And I don't know, I'm gonna put in here just, I don't think you can see. I always try to show multimeter thing, but it never works. So now the last one, yeah, and I'm just gonna confirm because we already know that's the S. So yep, it moved. There you go. So I'm gonna connect this back in there. There you go. So now I have the L, G, and S. So I know what is what in here. So the first thing we're gonna do is get this sensor, DS, and we are gonna connect this one to the battery. So this one goes in here. I'm just gonna shove through a little hole in here, and then we're gonna deal with that in a sec. Then this here, there you go, goes to the ignition. So it's I'm gonna call it switch power, but it's the power when we flick the power of the car on. I might connect this on the fuel, because if the fuel is not on, I don't care, right? Means that the car is not gonna run anyway. But anyway, this goes on the switch power, which is when you turn on the ignition, and this one goes into a light. So this goes in one side of the light, which is the L. The light's gonna be on if the car is not running, and once this alternator starts spinning and generating force, that light's gonna turn off. It's like the battery light in your car. It stays on. When you turn the car on, it turns off. So we're gonna plug this on the switch power, which means you switch the key but you didn't start the car, so the light will pop up, and then when you start the car, and the alternator is going to cut the power from to this guy here, and the light goes off. And last but not least, we have a power cable. I got this for battery, and it's way too long, but I'd rather have too long than too short because of my turbo setup. I want to be sure that everything in here is not gonna melt it. So you see in here I gotta plug this guy. There's a little bolt in here. Yeah, see this big guy? right in here. So we're going to, this is actually where the volts go from one place to another. So I need to be sure that I have a good routing situation here, and it's away from the turbo and all that stuff, because you definitely don't want this to melt. Yeah, so that's pretty much, I just need to tie that, and I'm gonna route that through here, and it's going up here, and everything is going to connect on this little block here, which comes from that cable that goes all the way to the back. So BMW had done this right. The battery is on the back, but they have this thick wire, a couple of those cables coming from the back to the front. One powers the block, and the other one just brings power to this front here, which helps us doing all of this and isolating. It's like just a thick gauge wire, meaning that I'm closer to the battery that way. So that's why they say to jump start a BMW through here, because there's nothing connected on this wire. It's straight to the battery, and it's easier. There are only a couple of things I'm gonna do here. One is I cut a little bit over here because it was too long, and if you see in here, there's a little plastic protection, so everything is grounded negative, and this is going to be positive, so this cannot touch that at any cost. So that's one, and the other one is put a big heat shrink. So I'm going to put this guy down there now, and as you see, it fits perfectly. And then we put a nut. This is aligned, so as I tie it, I got an extension, and it goes straight there. It's straight. Okay. Yeah, I just gotta hold the wire because I don't want the wire to be more that way, because that's where the turbo is and the heat. So I'm gonna bring a little over, and then we're gonna route this way. Alright, took me a few minutes, did some switching here, and I used that smaller cable I had from here to here. I'm not sure how it's gonna hold because it's pretty close to the turbo, but it's close to the cold side. I put this box on the outside again because it was outside there, so I just put outside in here. Here it doesn't change. We're gonna put our connector that comes from the alternator in here, which is the sense, and we're gonna wire the rest of it. I also, the new cable, I put from here all the way to the other side and connect it to the starter, which is right down there. So you see that's going to the back. I have it was pretty tight before, so I had a problem. I needed to relocate this, and now I don't need to do that anymore. So I just need to be sure that it's going through a good route in here. It's not messing with anything, and good to go. All right, so we are going to get the battery sender. This is gonna sense how much what the battery looks like, how many volts does it have. So we're gonna put it in there, and I'm gonna get my crimping tool, put on the yellow, and I'm gonna just do the same. And squeeze it. Done. There you go. I have just one shot. So done. This is there. And this one is the one that goes on the light. For now I'm not going to connect it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it. And I'm just gonna put a heat shrink here just to keep this in place, but I need to figure some LED. I need to get some LEDs 12 volts and then plug it in here and in this wire here, the red one, which is the ignition. So done. I've tried to find videos, information, pictures, and you know, a bunch of stuff on how to wire an alternator for Toyota, and I mean, it was pretty hard. At the end of the day, I found some stuff and, you know, no videos. So I thought about, okay, I'm gonna make a video on how to do this. I believe if you have other cars and they have the same 3 wires, it's gonna be the same thing. Sensor or sender is gonna be the same thing. It's gonna sense the battery. There's the light that goes to the light, and you know, there's the other one that's powering, saying, hey, we're ready to work. So if you have those 3, yeah, go for it. It might work for you. If you have a 2JZ or a Toyota, this definitely is going to work for you. But I really hope that this helps you somehow. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. There's a lot of cool videos I've done already. There's a lot of cool videos coming up. And comments, I love comments. Just comment whatever you want. I'll answer. Comments about what I've done or questions, I'll answer to you very quickly. Don't forget to check out my website, www.carmodsgarage.com. I am so overwhelmed about the orders. It's like there's so many orders on the t-shirts, and it's insane. Thank you guys for doing all of that. I really appreciate all the support. And you know how it goes at the end of every video. You know how it goes at the end of every video, right? I'll see you around.
Look past my face. See status. I'm eating some McDonald's.